scepter in her hand. She took up a dirty snifter, tossed its residue into the fireplace, listened to the sizzle, and poured herself a tawny, chortling slug. "Poor Ruth," she repeated carefully, seating herself again in the director's chair. "Of course," Richard amplified. "Why should she have a good time with that jerk for a husband?" "Jerry's not such a jerk," Joan said. "He's a lovely dancer, for one thing, a good athlete. There's a lot you could learn from him." "No doubt." He thought the subject should be changed back again. "If Marlene's just my red herring," he asked, "why did she dance with me so long?" "Maybe you're hers. We can have red herrings too, you know. Women's lib." "Then who's Marlene really seeing?" "Jerry." "Impossible." "Why are you so sure?"
"Because he's such a jerk. All he can do is talk stocks, throw the football, and dance."
Every time that fall, playing touch football, he had caught a pass thrown from Jerry's hand, Richard had felt guilt tag him. Joan's smile sealed upon a swallow of brandy. "A jerk," she said, "can be a fish."
"There are fish in your game, too?"
The brandy produced eloquence. "What are these boring, messy parties for except fishing? If you've caught your fish, you go to see him, or her. If you haven't yet, you go in hopes you will. If you don't fish at all, like the Donaldsons, you go out of fascination to see who's catching what. And we need them too, like fish need water to swim in."
"We? Whose fish are you? You make that brandy look awful good."
Joan rose and brought the bottle to him, because Richard figured she could pour herself another splash on the way, and because she knew she looked better standing up in her queenly dress than sitting down. Sitting down, she looked pregnant. "First," she responded, having served him and reseated herself, while the front of her waist puffed up in a nostalgic simulation of childbearing, "let's figure out whose red herring am I?"
"You were Max," Richard ventured, "but that seems to have cooled. He was all over Eleanor tonight. You think they're going to get remarried?"
"And waste all those lawyers' fees?"
"Jerry's," he tried. "You danced with him twice, on and on."
Irate, truth seeming to dawn, Richard sat up and pointed accusingly.
"You're that jerk's red herring."
"I am not," Joan replied calmly. "Jerry and I talked a long time, but it was about you and Ruth."
"Oh, and what did you decide?"
"That the two of you weren't doing anything, really."
"How nice."
His relief blended with annoyance at her complacent underestimation. "If there were something going on," Joan continued, "you'd speak to each other at least once at a party for appearance's sake. As is, you just stare. The question is, are you working up to something? I think so, he doesn't. He's very sure of her."
"He would be. What a jerk."
His tone, too vehement, seemed to offend her in her queenly blue dress. "Let's talk about me," Joan said. "I'm tired of talking about you."
"What about you? Are you fishing?"
"Do I act it?" He thought.
"I think," he said, "you're a flirt, but not a fisherwoman."
"You don't think I have the guts?"
"You have the guts," he said, "but not the what? The edge. Every time you feel an edge working up, you hit yourself with another slug of brandy and dull it, like now. This could be a pretty sexy talk, but by the time we get upstairs, you'll be dead. Hey, it just occurred to me why Jim left. It wasn't my dancing with Marlene at all. Nobody gives a damn who their wife dances with. It was your dancing so long with Jerry. Jim is your fish, and you teased him with your red herring."
"Don't let my theory run away with you."
"That makes sense. You used to be Mac's fish, and now you're his red herring while he makes up to Eleanor. Or is Eleanor his red herring? And did you notice how much time he spent talking to Linda Donaldson?"
Joan's face froze for the briefest moment, the way a gust of wind will suddenly flatten choppy water. "Linda? Don't be silly."
They were arguing about low-income housing.
Why was she defensive? Had she gone back to Mac? Richard doubted this. Their affair had cooled as soon as Mac got divorced. It was the mention of the Donaldsons.
"For that matter," he ventured, "you don't seem to think Sam is as boring as you used to."
"He is boring. I talked to him because I was the hostess and nobody else would."
"He does have a gorgeous body," Richard admitted,
as if she had asserted this.
"Once you get below his wooden head."
"Is it so wooden?"
"I don't know, is it? You're the one who's tapping it."
"I'm not tapping anything. I'm sitting here looking at you and thinking I don't like you very much."
"That time Sam took us sailing," Richard went on, "I was struck by what a terrific